بسم الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، خير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار، وإنما توعدون لآت وما أنتم بمعجزين. Greet you all with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and the blessing of Almighty Allah be with you all. I'd like to welcome you all for continuation of our series Azzawaaj fil Islam, marriage in Islam, and this is segment number 22 in our chapter today concerning divorce. The separation between the husband and the wife. That means no more rights, no more obligation, no more under one roof, and they try to undo the building, remove these bricks, and the ceiling will be falling. And you know how it is, especially if there is children involved. But alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made a fire exit for us. Sometimes they try, sometimes they be patient, sometimes they try to understand, but sometimes it doesn't work. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. We mentioned yesterday about the steps that a husband is supposed to take before he think about the divorce, from admonishment, separation in the bed, chastisement, getting two parties from his family and her family, and they try to reach some kind of conclusion. But like I said, sometimes they try all your best, but nothing is working. Okay. In addition to this, we said about the dua and qiyam al-layl and having sabr and all these things, but in the end things is not working. And if these two people remain in the same house under the same roof, is going to be something is not appreciated taking place. There's going to be fights, there's going to be dialing 911, is going to be the police coming involved, somebody going to be going to jail, somebody going to get hurt. So as Allah said, فَإِمْسَاكٌ بِمَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ تَسْرِيحٌ بِإِحْسَانٍ. Hold your wife under your roof, under your wing, in a good term, or let her go also in a good term. Okay? So we don't, because we Muslims, we believers, this woman who is your wife, she's the mother of your children, used to be the same woman, does not mean that we have to turn to enemies. Neither we supposed to leave things until we became enemies of one another. Okay? That we try to blood to each other, getting the police, putting him in jail, putting her in the crazy hospital. There's no need for this. Nevertheless, that Islam, by allowing divorce, this is rahmah. This is mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before somebody get killed, somebody comes, you understand, with bruises and broken bones and all kind of things, and even sometimes people using guns. Okay? And I lived these experiences when I used to live in Brooklyn, New York. And when I saw a sister one day with her whole arm, okay, wrapped or been put in with a poster from wood, and I asked what happened. And I got to know that was a fight between her and her husband, and he broke her arm. And the worst thing that I got to know that he was about to use his gun, and he actually, you understand, put the gun on the door and say, if you are not going to open this door, I'm going to shoot. And this been about 30-40 years, this incident. I don't know that, yes, that he broke her arm because he shot through the door, or that he broke her. But anyway, so Islam doesn't want things that we leave it, you understand, with no solution. So same thing, like, understand, there is an exit, fire exit. It's good to have a fire exit in case fire, but this does not mean we have to use the exit for every little thing. Okay? So we have to understand that this is not something to shame Islam that he allow divorce, because there's some religion that say that whatever Allah put it together, man shouldn't put disillusion it or break it. So that means doesn't matter what happened, that a person have to remain with his wife, or the wife remain with the husband. And there is a way for the man to get rid of his wife, and there is a way also for the woman to get rid of her husband. And this is what we're talking about. But before this, we have to understand that we do not do the divorce for purpose of harming the wife, especially if she been devoted or respectable, or that you can manage. Okay? And the Prophet ﷺ had told us that la darar wala dirar. You are not supposed to harm somebody. Okay? Neither there is no harm supposed to be coming to you as a result of something. Okay, so you don't harm somebody, neither you expose yourself to harm that you could not handle. So if a man only divorcing his wife to for no reason, or yes, he can, but you are bringing harm, especially if she loves you, especially if she been a good mother, especially if there is children involved. You bringing about a harm for no just cause. But let's assume that the person do it. So because some people they use أبغض الحلال إلى الله طلاق. The most hated things, the most hated lawful thing to Allah is divorce. This is not authentic. This hadith, you understand, is weak, and we shouldn't be attributing it to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, although Islam allow divorce, but the process of the divorce, it takes time. Okay, it takes time, and this for to give a chance for the husband who's initiating the divorce, because we say divorce when the husband initiates the separation. Okay, we say khul when the woman initiate the separation. We call fasq when it's the ruler or the imam initiate the separation. So Islam allow divorce, but this divorce is not going to be happening, you understand, overnight. There is a process. There is a waiting period. All right. Therefore, number one, a man could not divorce his wife while she is bleeding. That means that after childbirth, or that she have her menses, you could not divorce her while she have her menses. A man have to wait until the bleeding period finish, and after this he can pronounce the divorce. So this number one. And like I said, although that the man hate her and the man want to get rid of her, but still Allah giving another chance that maybe he change his mind. All right. Although that this is not the only reason, but we have to understand that the woman during this period is not in the best time of thinking, and also that being the man could not have intimate relationship with her, it can make him also not to be thinking right. So nevertheless, we understand when Allah make laws and make a sharia on issue, that because wallahu ya'lamu antum la ta'lamun, because Allah knows and you know not. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't make laws for laws, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make things with knowledge and wisdom. He is alim and he is hakim. So number one, we have to take in consideration when a man wants to divorce his wife, that number one, that he already went through the process of admonishment, 2, separation in the bed, 3, the beating if he think it's going to help, 4, family consultation, and after this, now the person sees that none of this medicine or cure is helping, now he's going to go about pronouncing divorce. But we say, wait, you could not divorce her now until her bleeding period finish. Okay. Number 2, a man could not divorce his wife after having an intimate relationship. Okay? So if a man have a relationship with his wife and a week later or 2 weeks or 3 weeks later he decide to divorce her, he could not do this. We have to wait until her bleeding period, because possibility that she is pregnant. Possibility she is pregnant. If she's not pregnant, we're going to know by her having her menses. So a man could not divorce his wife when she have her menses, neither he can divorce her after intimate relationship until she have her bleeding period. Also, if there is a possibility that the woman is pregnant, You have to wait to make sure that she is pregnant. Okay? You have to know for sure that she is pregnant before you pronounce the divorce. If a woman out of her menses, and if the woman, her husband, didn't sleep with her after the menses, and if the woman is pregnant and is already been confirmed that she's pregnant, now the man can pronounce divorce. Although that he can pronounce divorce, but he could not pronounce 3 divorces one time. He will announce a divorce. So what's happened? Take your clothes and get out? No. This woman is obligated to remain in the house. Okay? She is obligated to remain in the house until 1 menses, 2 menses, and if he did not take her after the second one and about to come the third one, now she is divorced. So it's not because a husband said to his wife, you are divorced, she will take her clothes and leave. This is Islamically wrong. Islam wants her to remain in the house because maybe his feeling will change. And he has the right to take his wife back during the first and the second period before the third one comes, without new marriage and without her approval also. How he can take her back? By saying, I took you back, you're out of iddah or out of divorce, or by kissing her or sleeping with her, anything to indicate taking her back. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this clear in the Quran, saying, Ya ayyuhan nabi, إذا طلقتم النساء فطلقوهن لعدتهن. That means the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam been given an instruction by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as it came in the Quran, okay, that Allah is telling him that if you want a divorcee woman, and the order is for the Prophet as well as the believers, so divorce them according the prescribed way by Allah when they are out of their menses after they took their shower, they are not bleeding anymore. Now this is the time you can divorce her. Also we see in the incident of Ibn Umar when he divorced his wife and she was in menses, and his father Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anh went and informed the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet said, let him take her back, and after this, if he won't divorce her, will be after her period over before he sleep with her. This is the proper way to do this, okay? Will this count as a divorce? To some scholars, yes, and some is not. And I support, you understand, that not. Why? because the person who divorced his wife during menses, he had did something is not according Islam or the way of the Prophet. And the Prophet is saying, "Man amila amalan laysa alayhi amruna fahuwa rad." Whosoever do any act is not according our tradition is rejected, was invalid. And there is also Ibn Umar been questioned about a man divorce his wife while she's bleeding. So he mentioned to him, the Prophet ﷺ, that this had happened to him, and the Prophet ﷺ returned her back, and it didn't count as a divorce. Okay? What else? Some people swear by talaq. You are not supposed to swear by anything other than Allah. You don't swear by the Kaaba. You don't swear by talaq. You don't swear by anything other than Allah. As the Prophet ﷺ is saying, "Man halafa bighayri Allah faqad ashrak." Whosoever swear by other than Allah, he commits shirk. But a person will say to his wife, "You are divorced," or anti-taliq, or anything in that meaning that he wants to divorce. In Surah Al-Talaq, the divorce, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying concerning the period and the staying of the woman in the house. Concerning the divorced women, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ رَبَّكُمْ لَا تُخْرِجُوهُنَّ مِنْ بُيُوتِهِنَّ وَلَا يَخْرُجْنَ إِلَّا أَنْ يَأْتِينَ بِفَاحِشَةٍ مُبَيِّنَةٍ وتلك حدود الله ومن يتعد حدود الله فقد ظلم نفسه لا تدري لعل الله يحدث بعد ذلك أمرا. Surah Talaq, divorce, verse number 1. Allah is saying to fear Allah, don't put women out of their houses, neither she has the right to leave. And you need to fear Allah, and don't transgress the limits of Allah. And those who transgress the limits of Allah, he had wronged himself. You don't know, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring about something different later on. So it is very important for the woman to remain in the house after the divorce. First divorce, second divorce. After the second divorce, if he didn't hear back, she can leave the house. That means with the third period. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying also in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 241, فَأَمْسِكُوهُنَّ بِمَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ فَارِقُوهُنَّ بِمَعْرُوفٍ. Okay? سورة الطلاق وللمطلقات متاع بالمعروف حقا على المتقين. That women who are divorced, they have a period of provision, that means support, shelter, all these things. And the other one in Surah Al-Talaq, verse number 2, Allah said, hold them after this, that means after the third period, she can leave. Don't hold her against her will. Unless you planning to keep her as a wife. So, if you're going to keep her as a wife, don't wait until the third period. Take her back. I say, I take you back. But if 3 menses happen after the divorce, the woman have to leave her husband's house. He's not responsible about her, not maintenance, no money, not anything. Okay, he gave her support and took care for 3 months while she in his house for 3 months. All right. So now, if he want to take her, and this was the first divorce, he have to take her after the third menses come. Does she have to agree? No, she don't. What happened if 3 menses happen and the husband didn't take his wife? She is not his wife anymore. But they start to talk and discuss it, and the family got involved, and they felt there is a possibility that things can work. Now we're going to require a new contract, a new marriage. All right? Let's say that she go back to him. After 2-3 years, problem started again. So he will divorce her. And she wait 1 menses, 2 menses. If the third menses comes, she can go out. Now somebody got involved again, and somebody tried to work things between them because the kids involved and. All right, he can remarry her again. And it have to be a new dowry. Going to be witnesses, everything. Inshallah, I know I did not discuss how we perform the wedding and what is needed and all these things, but I'm going to come to this chapter, inshallah. So, will be a new marriage. Now, if this husband, who had married his wife for the third time and divorced her, they could not be a husband and wife anymore unless that this woman get remarried to somebody else other than him, not for a fake acting. No, she was interested in this person and the person interested in him, and she get married and they have a sexual relation. It's not enough they made the contract. And it have to be. So the second husband, if he divorced her and her idda waiting period is over, if the first husband want to take her back, now will be a new wedding again. So a man could not marry a woman during menses. A man could not marry a woman in her waiting period. A man could not marry a woman after divorcing her 3 times, unless she marries somebody else. A man could not marry a woman which is pregnant. Okay? So, hopefully, inshallah, so if imagine that somebody divorces his wife. So now, usually the menses comes once a month, okay? So now you have a whole almost 3 months to think and to see if he really want to get back with her or not. And I think this good time for people really, the anger and emotion and everything to get back to play its role and see if he really want to be with her or not. Again, a man could not marry a woman during her iddah, and the iddah, which we call it a waiting period. But the waiting period for divorced woman is different from a pregnant woman and from a woman that lost her husband that means he died. So we have to make sure the woman that you approaching for marriage, she is not in iddah. What else we need? Yes. Let's say a husband divorced his wife, and this was the first or the second divorce. Later on, his heart is softened and won't marry her. Now the father or the wali or the brother say, no, you already have my daughter twice before. This it. You are not good man. She doesn't want you. It's the word of the daughter that you as a guardian is been forbidden by Allah to prevent her to go back to her previous husband, as long as he did not divorce her 3 times. So already she's divorced and her idda's over, and after a year or 2 years they feel that they can make it, let them get the chance. Okay? Unless that now there is something different that prevent the wali to give his daughter to this man, like being a person you understand became stop making salah, or he is not making practicing Islam, or that you understand he other, not because that you was married to my daughter twice before and this it. Okay? Yes. Although that he's the wali, he's the guardian, but this is not his right. In Surah Al-Baqarah we see the verse number 232. Allah is saying, وَإِذَا طَلَّقْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ فَبَلَغْنَ أَجَلَهُنَّ فَلَا تَعْضُلُوهُنَّ أَن يَنكِحْنَ أَزْوَاجَهُنَّ إِذَا تَرَاضَوْا بَيْنَهُم بِالْمَعْرُوفِ ذَلِكَ يُوعَظُ بِهِ مَنْ كَانَ مِنكُمْ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ ذَلِكُمْ أَزْكَى لَكُمْ وَأَطْهَرُ وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ وَأَنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So Allah addresses the guardian. He says that if the period of the woman, the divorce period is over, and they want to go back to their husband or their husband want to take them back, do not prevent them. Allah admonishing you concerning this subject, those who believe in the day of judgment and in Allah, this is more purified way for you, and Allah knows and you know not. Okay, we talk about a man can divorce his wife and how he can divorce her once and twice, 3 times. So what about if the man doesn't want to divorce his wife, but the wife is the one who doesn't want to be with the husband? Okay, this is something different now. The first one we call it talaq, and the talaq in the control of the husband. Now for whatever reason a woman doesn't want to remain with her husband, okay, she can get out of this. Nevertheless, we see the seriousness of this matter. The Prophet ﷺ is saying in the hadith, which is the meaning is, أيما امرأة سألت زوجها الطلاق من غير ما بأس فحرام عليها رائحة الجنة. Any woman ask her husband divorce, a woman asking her husband divorce without valid reason, the pregnancy of paradise is unlawful for her. It's something very serious. But there is a reason a woman can hate or dislike or doesn't want the man anymore. All right? So now we will come to something which we call it khul'. And khul' came from the term khala'a, to take off, like taking a ring off your finger or taking your soap off. You say khala'tu al-qamis, I took off. So that means a woman will take, Islam will empower her, will give her the right that she can get out of this marriage. What is the condition? She need to return the dowry back that she received it upon the marriage to her husband. One of these cases had happened in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The wife of Thabit ibn Qais came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, "O Prophet of Allah, my husband Qais, I have nothing against him concerning his deen or his behavior. That means he's a good man. Nevertheless, I could not stand him." Okay? The Prophet asked her, "Will you return the dowry back to him?" She said, "This man, you understand, he's a good Muslim." Okay? He is a good Muslim. But our personality, I don't, is something I could not deal with. Okay? A good behavior, good Islam, good practice. But I'm a human being. For some reason, I don't see, be under this man. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Would you give him your dowry back?" He said, "Yes." He had given him a garden as a dowry. So the Prophet ﷺ told the man, "Take your dowry and give her a divorce." Now this is called khul'. So the man can divorce his wife, and also the woman can get out of the marriage if she wants, for whatever reason, but she have to understand she's going to be responsible before Allah about what she did. With this, inshallah, we come to conclusion for our segment for today. We will see what we're going to be discussing tomorrow, inshallah, in segment number 23. And we'll see how far we can stretch this subject of marriage in Islam. And it's very important that we learn these things, inshallah. So I'll try to see you again tomorrow, same time, inshallah, 4:45. See you in YouTube or Facebook, inshallah. If anybody have any correction, feel free to do so. If you have any question, you can send it by email, Imam Adly #1 @yahoo.com. Imam IMAM Adly ADLY #1 @yahoo.com. Or you can present it here in the class, inshallah. Thank you for watching. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. and Allah knows best.